All right, Alabama and Tennessee. Speaking of Tennessee, Alabama 2.5-point road favorites, 56 the total. What do you make of this game and these two teams? Tennessee looked like world beaters. They lose to Arkansas all of a sudden, and then against Florida, they couldn't have been more unimpressive, especially on offense. What's happened to Nico Iamaleava and this explosive, dynamic, throw the ball all over the yard, big play offense? I haven't seen it all of a sudden the last 2 weeks. Arkansas bottles them up. Florida bottles them up. There's problems. They just look totally out of sync all of a sudden, Tennessee. We'll see how they fare here. And on the flip side, Alabama gets, beaten by Vanderbilt, and then they're life and death to beat South Carolina. They look like they put the game away. The onside kick somehow fall on the damn football. What the hell are they thinking? Just fall on the football and you would have recovered it. But South Carolina gives them another chance to win the game. But sure enough, they throw the interception on the last play, and that was that. And they hang on by the skin of their teeth, Alabama, to beat South Carolina, or else that close they were to losing 2 games in a row in back-to-back weeks. So neither of these teams is playing great. Their best football coming into this game. But I think at the end of the day, I have a little bit more faith in Jalen Milroe and a little more experience than Nico Iamaleava, even though this game's in Rocky Top here, Knoxville. I have a little more faith in DeBoer than Heupel. Heupel, now that's 2 weeks in a row. It didn't look like his team was ready for the Arkansas game or even for the Florida game last week. So this one's tricky. I mean, in Alabama, look, they've shown more than enough vulnerabilities and holes the last couple weeks to be leery of backing them too. But I'm going to end up taking Alabama at less than a field goal, or at least lean that way in this one. That's the way I see it. What do you think here, C-Mac? Alabama, Tennessee.
I mean, Tennessee will be pumped this weekend. They got the big win over Alabama in that crazy game a couple years ago. Alabama's owned them, and overall, I think they're the better football team here. Nico, what is that? 16 of 26, 169. Are they figuring out him a little bit? This offensive line maybe not as good. They did not look good against Florida. So I like Bama here. I know the struggles the last few weeks. Their defense needs a little bit. They've had some problems there that need to be buttoned up. But I don't know. This just under 3. It's like, for me, it's roll tide or nothing here. I think they can go in there and win flat out. So maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think Tennessee has it right now.
All right. Yeah. That's I'm again, less than 3. Come on. He's still my guy, Kalen DeBoer. I still think he's one of the best coaches.
It's your guy.
I know the last couple of weeks has been a little sketchy. The Vanderbilt loss, you don't love it. You don't love that they pissed around and struggled so much at home with South Carolina last week. But, he's still someone in the big games. I'm talking about the big games. Let's not forget they beat Georgia, and they were up big at halftime against Georgia, a few weeks ago. The big games, and this is what I consider a big game for Alabama and for Kalen DeBoer. He's good in those games, and I trust him in these games. So there you go. That's why I lean Alabama here.
Florida, and one thing, they should beat him in the trench. There's another one where Florida dominated time of possession too. I think they had over almost 11 or something minutes against Tennessee. Yep. It's just, what's going on? Tennessee, they're here at home, big time game. Everyone will be there.